Okay, so the last part, ito na po ang pinakahuli nating part. Ito ang bottom line ng mga ginagawa natin kanina pa. So the value of trigonometric function or the circular function. So sine theta, so that is y. Okay, so if we will go back to the first part of our discussion, sine theta is y, ang cosine theta is x, and then ang tangent ay y over x. For cosecant, so we're just going to reciprocate 1 over y. Secant is 1 over x, and then cotangent is x over y. So, okay, yung pattern, no, nung pagkakasulat, so dapat ganyan pa rin. Okay, so let's start with 30. Okay? So, ano yan, dadaanan natin lahat yan. So, family of 30, 45, family of 60, and then quadrantal. Kasi meron din yung mga pattern eh. So, sa family of 30, halos ganun, di ba? Magkakapareho lang ng tawag dito, ng value ng trigonometric function. So, magkakaiba-iba lang ulit yan sa sign. So, family of 30, family of 45, 60, and then quadrantal. Okay. So, we have the given. So, ano lang natin review lang. So, given, so once we have the given, ang given natin ay sine 30. So, after that, we just have to identify kung anong family. Then, after identifying the family, we have to know the coordinates. And then, the last part is, of course, to identify the value of trigonometric function. So, here we have sine 30. Okay. So, sine 30. So, ito ay, of course, we have to know the coordinates of 30. So, lampasan natin automatic family of 30 yan. So, coordinates of 30. So, again, yung technique, square root of 3 over 2, 1/2. And then, of course, pag sine theta, so that is the y value. So, therefore, ang ating value ng sine 30 ay 1/2. So, whatever the value of y coordinate here in 30 degrees, so that is our sine. So, 1/2. So, of course, for cosecant 30, so that is 2. So, paano naging 2? Kasi nga, we're just going to reciprocate. So, reciprocate lang, baliktarin lang yung 1/2. So, that will be 2 over 1 or simply 2. Okay? So, for cosine 30, so that is the value of x. So, ngayon, ang x coordinate dito is square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So, ngayon, kukunin naman natin ang secant 30. So, ito na, medyo may mga gagawin pa tayo dito. So, pag binaliktad yan, so that will be 2 over square root of 3. Ngayon, in math, kapag ang denominator natin is composed of a square root of a number, so we consider it as irrational. Okay? So, irrational po siya. So, therefore, this is not our final answer, or this cannot be our final answer. So, itong 2 over square root of 3 ay kailangan nating i-modify. Okay? So, so dahil irrational to, so we need to make this rational. And that process is called rationalization. Okay? Ngayon, to rationalize, so we just have to rewrite first the given 2 over square root of 3. Ngayon, ang tanong kasi dyan, paano ba natin magtatanggal yung radical sign dito without changing the value? Kumbaga ito pa rin yung value. For example, di ba pag 1/2, pwede natin siyang baguhin. Gawin nating 2 over 4. Magkaibang number pero still the same value. So I hope nakuha yun. So yun yung gagawin natin ngayon sa 2 over square root of 3. So we're just going to change the structure nitong 2 over square root of 3 para maging rational siya, but still the value is still the same. Ngayon, so ang gagawin natin dyan, so para matanggal yung radical sign, we're going to multiply this by square root of 3 over square root of 3. So ito po yung tinatawag na rationalization. Kadalasan, kung ano yung nasa ilalim na radical, for example, ang nasa ilalim na radical ay square root of 2. So therefore, kailangan nating i-multiply yan by square root of 2 over square root of 2. O for example, ang nasa ilalim ay square root of 5. So, kailangan i-multiply natin by square root of 5 over square root of 5. Okay? So, yun po yung rationalization. Ngayon, kapag minultiply natin by square root of 3 over square root of 3, kasi itong square root of 3 over square root of 3, kapag di-divide mo yan, 1 yan, tama? So ngayon, kapag ang any number multiplied by 1, it's still that number, di ba? 300 times 1 is still 300. So 250 times 1 is 250. So therefore, kapag minultiply natin to by square root of 3 over square root of 3, so the value of 2 over square root of 3 will not change. Okay? So now, so proceed na tayo. So multiply natin. So multiply ang fraction. So 2 times square root of 3. So that is 2 square root of 3. And then square root of 3 times square root of 3, that is 3. Ngayon, if we are multiplying radicals and then yung radicand niya or yung number na nasa loob ay pareho, katulad niyan, nagmumultiply tayo ng parehong radical, square root of 3 times square root of 3. So we will just cancel the radical sign and then copy the number. So the answer is 3. So if we have square root of 2 times square root of 2, so that is 2. Okay? So this is our final answer. So naka-rationalize na siya. Kasi nga, ang denominator natin is hindi na naka-radical. Okay? So next. So tangent theta naman. For tangent, we have y over x. Okay? So y over x. Ngayon, kapag y over x, so if you're going to take a look, so ibig sabihin ba, we will multiply or divide 1/2 and then over square root of 3 over 2. So complex, di ba? So magiging complex na siya. Kasi nga, ang y is 1/2, ang x ay square root of 3 over 2. Pero para mas matadali, so ganito ang gagawin natin. So you will just get the numerator of the value of y and then x. And then yun lang i-divide nyo. Since pareho naman yung denominators, kasi we can cancel that eh. So therefore, so kung ang numerator ng y value ay 1, so yun lang kunin. Ang numerator ng x value square root of 3, yun lang ang kunin. And then cancel lang kasi dyan yung 2. So this will be the value. But again, so di ba katulad ng sa second, so merong radical sa ilalim, so we still have to rationalize that. So we have to rewrite 1 over square root of 3. And then again, so we're going to multiply that by square root of 3 over square root of 3. So ang magiging answer dyan ay 1 times square root of 3, that is square root of 3. And then square root of 3 times square root of 3, so that is 3. So this is the answer. So square root of 3 over 3. So pareho lang na radical, cancel lang yung radical. So that's why we have 3. So the final answer here is square root of 3 over 3. Now for cotangent, so we just have to reciprocate the value of tangent theta. Ngayon, ang i-reciprocate natin ay ito. Itong 1 over square root of 3. Bakit? Kasi kapag ito pa ni-reciprocate natin dyan, so magkakaroon ng square root of 3 sa ilalim, tama? Kasi nga, babalik ta rin natin to para makuha yung cotangent. So unlike this, itong 1 over square root of 3, kapag binaligtad natin yan, so it will be just square root of 3 over 1. Tama? So kaya ito na lang balik ta rin natin. Or simply, so divided by 1 naman niya, so we can write the final answer as square root of 3. So that is our answer. So ito na po yung value ng trigonometric function. So again, so ito ay family of 30. So therefore, lahat ng family of 30, ganito rin ang itsura. 1/2, square root of 3 over 2. So ganyan ang itsura niyan. Yun nga lang, magkakaiba-iba lang yan sa sign. So depende kasi kung nasa ang quadrant. Okay, for example, we have cosine 150. Diba? So ang cosine 150, so ang 150 is a family of 30. So therefore, pareho lang yan. Kung ano man ang cosine 30, yun din ang cosine 150, square root of 3 over 2. But we have to remember na ang 150 is in a different location or different quadrant. Nasaan ba ang cosine 150? Okay, na-spoil na ulit yung answer, no? So, nasaan ba ang 150? Ang 150 ay nasa quadrant 2. So, let's proceed now to family of 60. Okay, so we are going to get the value of trigonometric function of 60 degrees. So the coordinates for 60 degrees, so ito ay 1/2 square root of 3 over 2. Okay? So for sine 60, so that is y. So therefore, ang sine 60 ay square root of 3 over 2. And then next, so we have cosecant 60. So babalik ta rin lang. So 2 over square root of 3. Okay? So again, rationalize. So pag ni-rationalize natin yan, kasi nga ang denominator niya ay radical, so hindi pwede nating gawing final answer yun. So copy, same lang to nung kanina, nung sa, sa 30 degrees. So ganito rin yung value, 2 over square root of 3. So still rationalize natin. So multiply that by square root of 3 over square root of 3. So the answer here will be 2 square root of 3 over 3. So 2 times square root of 3, pagtabihin lang, so 2 square root of 3. Then square root of 3 times square root of 3, so cancel yung radical, so and then copy the number, so that is 3. So that is our answer for cosecant 60. So next one is cosine 60. So this is the x value. So therefore, ang cosine or cosine 60 ay 1/2. So for secant 60, so we're just going to reciprocate. So the value of secant 60 is 2. So for tangent 60, so that is y over x. So again, cancel na dyan yung 2. So kukunin na lang natin yung mga numerator ng y at saka x. So y is equal to, or y over x is equal to square root of 3 over 1. So square root of 3 for y and then x 1. Or simply, so the final answer for that is square root of 3. And then of course, we will get the reciprocal of tangent 60 for us to get the value of cotangent 60. So the value is 1 over square root of 3. So pinagbaliktad. Again, naka-radical yung ilalim. So same lang din to nung sa kabila, na-encounter nyo na to, dun sa 30. So we have to rationalize. So multiply that by square root of 3 over square root of 3. And then the answer here will be square root of 3 over 3. So these are the values for 60 degrees, or the trigonometric function of 60 degrees. So again, kung ano ang value neto, so same lang din yan dun sa other members ng family. So for example, so if we have cosecant 300, okay, so let's look at the cosecant 300 here, or 60. Ang cosecant 60 dito is 2 square root of 3 over 3. So therefore, ang cosecant 300, ganun din. So 2 square root of 3 over 3. But, so we have to take note of the location of 300. So this is in quadrant 4. So ang 300 ay merong sign na positive, negative. Ngayon, ang cosecant ay na-derive from sign, which is ang sign ay y. So therefore, ano ba ang y value sa 300? So ito ay negative kasi nga nasa quadrant 4. So therefore, ang answer natin for cosecant 300 is negative 2 square root of 3 over 2. Or over 3 po yan, okay? So yan po ay over 3. So typo lang po. So next, so sine or family of 45, trigonometric function of family of 45. Ito ay isa sa pinakamadali. Kasi nga pare-pareho lang, 'di ba? Pareho lang x at saka y coordinates. So napakadali nito. So coordinates of 45 degrees ay square root of 2 over 2, square root of 2 over 2. So pareho ang x at y. So kaya yung sine at cosine pareho lang din. So ang sine ay y, so that is square root of 2 over 2. Ngayon ang cosecant 45, so babalik ta rin. So 2 over square root of 2. So again, we have to rationalize. So copy that and then multiply that by square root of 2 over square root of 2. So sir, bakit hindi na square root of 3 over square root of 3? Sabi ko nga kung ano yung radical dito sa ilalim, so yun din ang imumultiply. So square root of 2, so kaya imumultiply siya by square root of 2 over square root of 2. So to cancel the radical. So the answer here is 2 square root of 2 over 2. Okay? So nakuha yan. But this is not the final answer. We can cancel 2 and then 2 in the denominator. So ang matitira na lang dyan ay square root of 2. So cosecant 45 is square root of 2. So ngayon, Yung cosine 45 by x, pareho lang yan. So, square root of 2 over 2. So, therefore, ang secant 45 ay square root of 2 din. So, pareho lang. Then, for tangent 45, so madali lang din to. So, that is y over x. Since the same lang ang y at saka x, so, di ba, when we are dividing same numbers, so the answer is 1. So, 3 divided by 3 ay 1. 45 divided by 45 ay 1. 100 divided by 100 ay 1. So, therefore, if we're going to divide y over x, square root of 2 over 2 divided by square root of 2 over 2, so that is equal to 1. Therefore, ang cotangent 45 natin ay 1 din. Kasi kapag ni-reciprocate natin yung 1, di ba ang 1 ay 1 over 1, baliktarin mo, 1 over 1 pa rin. So, still 1 pa rin yan. Okay? So, kaya itong 45 degrees or family, isa to sa pinakamadaling mga trigonometric function. Okay, so let's have another one. So, kukuha tayo ng ibang special angle that belongs to family or family of 45. So, tangent 315. Okay, so tangent. So, ibig sabihin, ayan ay 1. Okay? But, kailangan nating alamin kung ito ay positive or negative. Ngayon, ang tangent, ang 315 ay nasa quadrant 4. Ngayon, ayan ay positive, negative. So, ang x ay positive, ang y ay negative. So, kung i-divide natin, so, ang y ay negative, ang x ay positive, tama? So, negative divided by positive. So, the answer is negative. So, therefore, ang tangent 315 ay negative 1. Okay. So, last family, quadrantal. For quadrantal, so we're going to coordinate to get the coordinates of 90. So the coordinates of 90 is 0, 1. So ito madali lang din to. So kasi wala nang tong radical. At saka hindi in fraction form, kaya madali lang. So sin 90, so that is y. So therefore, ang sin 90 natin ay 1. So again, ang cosecant 90, still 1 din. Kasi nga, pag kinuha yung reciprocal ng 1, 1 pa rin. So next one is cosine 90. Ang cosine 90 natin ay 0. Since ang x-coordinate ng 90 degrees ay 0. Ngayon, so we're going to reciprocate that. So if you're going to write 0 in fraction form, that is 0 over 1. Okay? So ibig sabihin, kapag binaliktad natin yan, or if we will get the reciprocal of 0 over 1, so that will be 1 over 0. And that is the value of secant 90. Ngayon, ang 1 over 0, so if you're going to analyze that, this is not really possible. Kasi diba, if you will try to put that in reality, for example, meron kang apat na ball pen, and then i-divide mo sa 0. So if you will analyze, paano yun? Diba? So 4 divided by 0, yung apat na ball pen, nahatiin mo sa wala. Diba, parang hindi mo siya ma-define. So, paano mangyayari yun? So, it's like, if you're going to divide a number by 0, so parang, anong sagot, diba? Kasi hindi mo ma-divide yun eh. So, therefore, any number divided by 0 is considered as undefined. Okay? So, secant 90 is undefined. Kahit i-type nyo yan, or I think hindi yan matatype sa dito sa scientific. So, yan po ay undefined. Okay? So, next one is tangent 90. So, on tangent 90, we're going to take a look. So, that is y over x. So, that will be 1 divided by 0. So, same with secant 90. So, that is 1 over 0. So, ito po ay undefined. Then, ang cotangent 90 naman, hindi po undefined yan. Kasi kapag binaliktad natin, or if we will get the reciprocal of 1 over 0, it will become 0 over 1, or simply 0. So that is the value of cotangent 90. So for example, we have sine 270. Ano bang coordinates ng 270? So that is 0, negative 1. So since ang sine ay y, so ano ba ang y value ng 270? So that is, so yan po, 0, negative 1. So ang value ng ating sine 270 is negative 1. And that's it. So that's the value of trigonometric functions. So dito kasi sa topic na to, so you need practice. So hindi siya pwedeng yung isahan lang kasi um, kapag na-practice nyo to, so mas makukuha nyo na mas madali yung mga trigonometric functions. So masasanay kayo. And then there are patterns kasi ang mga values ng trigonometric function ay halos magkakapare-pareho lang. So yun lang po. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you learned something for today.